Luuk de Jong to Rangers, Dessers out the door, and a Champions League crunch with £40 million on the line. And that's just the start. Thelo Aasgaard's already limping before he's unpacked. Panathinaikos are studying our pitch like it's a military operation. And Russell Martin's got 5 days to glue this squad together before the Greeks roll into Glasgow. Smash that subscribe button right now, because while the rest of the media polish Celtics boots, we bring you the truth from the heart of IBROX. No filters, no favors, just fire. Josh Windass back at IBROX. Aye, and pigs might fly in green and white hoop. Right, here we go again. Another transfer window, another name thrown into the air like it's bingo night in a working men's club. But this time, it's Windass. Josh Flaming Windass. And guess what? The so-called experts are giving it the old green light. Played 44 games last season, they say. Passed the medical with flying colors, they say. Great. Do you want a medal or a statue? Apparently, Dr. Rajpal Brar, some fancy sports scientist, reckons the lad's body's still ticking along nicely at 31. Lovely. He's fit, he's moving, and he won't need babysitting minutes. But let's not pretend we're getting peak Ronaldo here. We're getting a lad who's bounced around Accrington Stanley, Wigan, and Sheffield Bloody Wednesday. Oh aye, and now suddenly he's the missing piece in Russell Martin's master plan? This reeks. Reeks of desperation. Reeks of the old experience and versatility sales pitch. You know what else is versatile? Duct tape. Doesn't mean you want it leading your line on a cold Wednesday night in Dingwall, but the part that really sends the blood boiling. While we're out here combing through English lower leagues for bargains, the Celtic are probably polishing another envelope for the SPFL and tucking in their favorite ref for a cozy preseason dinner. Nothing changes. We're told this will be a cost-effective deal. Know why it's cost-effective? Because Sheffield Wednesday are skint. Because no one else is battering down the door for him. Because once again, Rangers are left shopping in the discount aisle while others set the prices. Yet, when the Celtic drag in another overpriced unknown from Croatia or Japan, the media call it a coup. When we look to bring back someone who's actually played at IBROX, they roll their eyes. Do you really believe Josh Windass is the caliber of forward who wins titles? Or are we just being told to settle again while the Celtic laugh all the way to another rigged finish? Luuk de Jong to IBROX? Aye, and next you'll be telling me Tav's got a left foot. Here's what they're feeding you today. Russell Martin wants a striker, and Luuk de Bloody Jong is sniffing about like he's lost his boarding pass out of Eindhoven. 34 years old, out of contract, not even going to PSV's training camp. It's like a wee neon sign flashing, free to a good home, must provide crosses. They're saying we've got the chance to fulfill Martin's demand. Fulfill sounds like we're doing him a favor. No, we're fixing a mess. Dessers is halfway out the door to Athens. Igamani's still more rumor than reality, and Thelo Aasgaard's already wrapped in bandages before he's had a sniff of Champions League football. You're telling me that with 5 days to go before we face Panathinaikos for a £40 million prize, let's not forget, our plan is hope the old Dutch guy picks up his phone. That's the grand master plan. De Jong scored goals in the Eredivisie, sure, but Eredivisie isn't Pittodrie. It isn't Fir Park. It isn't a Tuesday in November against Livingston with the wind howling off the Clyde. But let's paint it like he's the Messiah. 34 years old, knees cracking like twigs, and we're meant to roll out the red carpet. And then there's this Champions League tie. The Greeks are doing their homework, watching friendlies, studying our pitch, checking the climate. What are we doing? We're praying that Aasgaard's leg isn't held together with blue tack and hoping that Russell Martin can figure out his best 11 before the Greek bus parks itself at IBROX. Meanwhile, you can bet your last pint that if this was the Celtics, Sky Sports would already be calling them Champions League dark horses. They'd have a 3-part docuseries on how their managers studied rainfall patterns in Glasgow to perfect his tiki-taka. But when it's Rangers, it's panic, it's patchwork, it's praying De Jong shows up with boots on. Is this what you expected for a Champions League campaign, or are we setting ourselves up for another summer of nearlies, maybes, and never were's? If you've got fire in your veins and Rangers in your heart, hit that subscribe button now. This is where you get the truth they're too scared to say. And if you've not seen yesterday's video yet, get on it. It's absolutely bombastic, a full-on meltdown you do not want to miss.